Hello everyone. I'm putting this up here just to show YouTube that I am operating within the guidelines of fair use, which allows to use segments of material I do not own the rights for in order to criticize and express an opinion. Just as any democratic, free speech supporting platform would do. I'm not going to make any money out of this, and everything I upload here will be for the sole purpose of reviewing, critique, and expressing opinions about what's going on and what went on the Fully.
From yesterday.
You have a headache?
Mm-hmm.
And that brings out monsters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just here to say that I'm back. I will explain later why. And I want to talk about the odd, strange, and unexpected developments on the Fully Living channel, especially the feeling that I have personally that is, I'm quite worried about the children in this household and the animals as well. Because something has been going on, the whole channel has changed in a very specific way. The children are not being shared anymore, or almost not being shared anymore. And it seems like if we go through the timeline, like 3, 4, I don't know, 5 months, the kids have been living in what seems to me to be like some kind of construction site. I mean, there's the whole channel is now a DIY channel or an amateur DIY channel. The kitchen, the bathroom, the shower, the yard, the outside area, just everything. Everything has been torn out. The floors. What are they breathing in there? What are they doing all day in that situation? So this video, by the way, was uploaded on July 11th, 2022. And it was named Girl Has Scary Visions During Migraine Headaches. That's a worrying title on its own, right? Then it's hashtagged, still hashtagged autism, OCD, of course, which is nowhere to be seen, and lipedema. Now, to me, the fact that this disturbing video was uploaded 2 months ago, just about 2 months ago, and since then, the kids have been diminishing from almost every video. I worry. Okay? It concerns me because I care about those children. Now, I'm gonna put up a bunch of pictures or drawings that Abigail had drawn, and in which she depicts the monsters that show up in her head when she has a migraine. I'm going to also write an explanation, so her explanation for each and every drawing, just so you see what I'm talking about. Now, this is a 5-year-old child who has barely any contact with the outside. She, as far as we know and we have been shown, she does not have any friends. She has never been to kindergarten. She has never been to daycare. She has never been to school. Nothing. Okay? So she has been isolated. The question here is, where does she get access to these disturbing types of content? Where does she get this from?
And what kind of monsters do you see? Show us.
This is one from my nightmares.
Wow.
The girl, Abigail, is talking about her nightmares and about her drawings and about strange migraines that she has. And the picture that she's showing us, that she has just drawn, is about a terror grandmother who kills people for breakfast. Now, if we look at these disturbing images, I mean, to me, they're very disturbing, coming from a 5-year-old who is isolated from the world most of the time, most of her life. And I'm really preoccupied with where the hell does she get these ideas and thoughts. But generally, both kids are in a very enclosed environment, so they are not exposed to what goes on outside very much. So anything or any info they give us, anything they express, must be coming from within that compound. I don't know if they watch horror movies or they listen to horror stories. I can assume that they do because we've seen that before in videos, but I don't know for sure. In any way that you look at this, I don't think this would be content that is age appropriate when it comes to these kids. What really bothers me here is the extreme change of character that is displayed on this channel in recent months. This is what bothers me. This is what is making me worried. And maybe this should be checked. At least the kids should be checked on, or the animals. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just a video maker. I just express my own opinions. But yeah, and I especially worry about Raphael, who has been, and still is, the most vulnerable one in my opinion, my personal opinion. He is still isolated in his home. He is a very smart, inquisitive kid, but his potentials are limited to playing computer games and building with some building blocks. Now, I think he's had these building blocks since he was a very young child. But anyway, what I'm trying to say here is this. How can we not worry when we know that Raphael, at this point in time, is almost 10 years old? We have recently seen that he has to actually put up his hand to get permission to speak on camera. He has been, in my opinion, to my best of knowledge, gaslit by his father very often. He has been totally controlled. Every movement of his is controlled. He is not allowed to play with other children. He does not have friends. He does not go to school. He does not go to any after-school activity. He is being isolated in their home. He is not being taught to socialize with other people, and at the same time he is highly, highly intelligent and inquisitive, and he wants knowledge. He's thirsty for knowledge, but it seems like someone is determined to just prevent him from getting any. He is 10 years old and he is living in the same room with his 5-year-old sister. And of course, she is not exposed to all these things. She never was. It was always Raphael's place in the house. This boy has been, since he was a baby, neglected medically. In my opinion, Andrea had publicly made it known that she never takes him to a doctor.
For the most part, we do not see a doctor. Raphael has never seen a doctor.
He was never checked as a baby. He did not get any of the vaccination, nor did he get regular checkups to see his development, etc. And when he got sick, he was not taken to see the doctor. This was something she actually boasted about in one of the videos, and I have it. I can link it. So as a very young baby and toddler, he was swung around in very high speeds repeatedly and then laughed at when he got so dizzy he couldn't balance himself. He was held upside down for, in my opinion, lengthy periods of time. He was roughly handled by his father. He was very scared of his father to a point where he used to pee himself out of fear. And not to mention the constant tickling by the dad, the forcing him to walk the treadmill when he was 1 year old, so many things. Also, I can't not mention the forced smiling. Raphael was made to smile for I don't know how long in front of the camera to a point where his face hurts. Again, this is my perception of things. I would love to hear your opinions about what you think is going on the FoolyLiving channel. Please write in comments, or you can write to me privately. Thank you.